Today's video is all about fiber. Welcome back to another video. My name's Debbie. If you're not familiar with my channel, I am a plant-based RN. I follow a plant-based diet with a focus on protein. Today's recipe is going to be a black bean burger, and I think it's the ultimate black bean burger. It's so delicious, so easy, so inexpensive. Today's recipe is going to check all the boxes. It's going to be easy, it's going to be easy on the budget, it's going to be whole foods, things that you already have in your pantry. I'm pretty sure you have all the ingredients and you could make it today. And it's going to be delicious, so what more do you want? And I'm excited to share more about today's sponsor, which is Wellbeing. And if you're not familiar with Wellbeing products, I will be discussing that a little bit later in the video. But first up, I want to thank all of you that have subscribed to my channel. As most of you know, I've been trying to hit 40,000 subscribers by my 70th birthday in October, and I'm getting closer every day, so I really appreciate it. And if you haven't already subscribed, then I would really appreciate it if you did, to help me reach my goal. And I will be doing a giveaway at the end of October, and we're just gonna see how it goes. But I'm gonna have a lot of fun stuff in the giveaway, so stay tuned for that. So I'm gonna be showing you how to make a very easy barbecue sauce. I love this barbecue sauce, no cooking involved, everything in a bowl, whisk it up, you're done. And the burgers are made with black beans and rice, and we've got corn in there and onion. Lots of fiber, lots of delicious flavors, a lot of delicious seasonings, and it's perfect for summer. So first up, I'm going to show you how to make the barbecue sauce, so let's get started. Now you're going to see why I love this barbecue sauce, how easy it is. The best part is you don't have to cook it. You just throw everything in a bowl, whisk it, and you're good. Now I've already got a cup of tomato paste in here. And as always, the recipe will be in the description box. But this is going to go really good on the burgers. I put a little bit in the burgers when I mix them up. So let's get going. I've got some veggie broth. Oh, and by the way, if you are salt-free, then make sure you get salt-free for all this stuff. I am not salt-free, so like get salt-free or low sodium veggie broth. I've got spices here. I have salt, chili powder, onion powder, garlic powder, and smoked paprika. That all goes in. So if you're salt-free, of course you're gonna leave that out. I've got liquid smoke. I've got some apple cider vinegar. I've got some, this is sugar-free maple syrup. If you wanna use regular, that's up to you. I'm just trying to save on calories and really stay off of sugar. And then I've got some molasses. This stuff is sticky. This is where you get the saying, slow as molasses, because it's pretty slow. All right, we're gonna whisk this up. I don't know if you saw the part where I added the molasses, because I look up and my camera has cut off. I really need to get that looked at. All right, now of course if you want it thinner, you're gonna add more broth. But I like it pretty thick. And then just put it in a jar in your refrigerator, and it lasts a good 7 to 10 days. And it's great on fries and burgers, tofu, and anything you want that you would normally use a barbecue sauce on. And there you go, nice and thick. And it's easy as that. I'm gonna taste it. Perfect. It's a little sweet, it's smoky. You're gonna really love it. All right, let's get going on the burgers. So for these burgers, we're gonna use the food processor. Everything's gonna go in here. It's super easy. I've been making these burgers for years, and I found this recipe years ago and kind of tweaked it and made modifications so to make it to my taste preference. So we're gonna use a cup of black beans that are rinsed and drained, and we love our beans. It's how we get fiber. Great for our gut health. They do contain some protein, although they're not a primary protein source, but they definitely have protein. And then we're just gonna add some onion, and we wanna dice it so it's nice and small. And we're gonna do some rice. You could do brown rice. I'm using some white rice. It's what I have. Just use what you have. Make it easy. Then we're gonna put in a little bit of potato, a little bit of cornmeal, and some barbecue sauce that we made. Just a little bit. Kind of adds to that smoky flavor. And then spices are salt, chili powder, smoked paprika, and garlic powder. Again, if you're salt-free, just leave the salt out. Some liquid smoke. So these are a lot of the same flavors that were in the barbecue sauce. Little of the maple syrup to balance out the smoky. And then we're just going to pulse it. What we're going for is a burger consistency. You don't want like mush, you want some texture. So I'm just gonna pulse it. Let's see, that was 5 times. Let's take a look. And this is looking pretty good, yes. Now the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add some corn. And you could use frozen. I normally do use like frozen roasted corn. I was fresh out. So I'm just gonna use some canned corn. And then we're just gonna pulse it a couple times. We want the corn to stay intact. It looks really cool. So 1, 2, that should do it. All right, now we're gonna shape these into patties and get them cooking. Before I form the burgers, I wanted you to see the consistency of what it looks like so that you can still see some chunks of rice, onion, the beans, and of course the corn. All right, let's shape these into burgers and get it going. So I've got all my burgers shaped here. Usually get about 5. I forgot to tell you, if you want, it's optional. You can refrigerate this before you make the burgers. It helps them hold together better, but many times I've just, pulsed them and stuck them right on the grill. So you want to make sure your grill is hot so you get a good sear. And then you're just going to put them on here. And I've got my nonstick griddle on about 325. We're going to cook them for about 15 minutes. We'll check them at 15 and then we'll flip them. So as I hinted in the beginning, this video is sponsored by Wellbeing. And Wellbeing is a company that I've been working with for some time now. And what I love about Wellbeing is that it's all whole foods. It's a woman-run business, which I'm always down to support a woman-owned business. And they are local in my area. So I think it's very important to support our local businesses, especially if they are women-owned. I will leave a link in the description box so you can check out all the products yourself, and there will be a discount code. You'll get 10% off if you use my discount code. And some of these products will be in my giveaway, so that's exciting. So we've got a few of their products here, and this one is the cornbread muffin, and you can make this in a mug. It also makes great waffles, so this is a staple in my house. I love these, and all of these are made with beans, whole foods, and we know how important beans are in our diet. They're great for gut health. They help keep us full, and so we want to include beans in our diet for sure. I know I talk a lot about protein, but fiber is just as important, especially as we age. I love the microwavable chocolate cake here. This is also, you can make it in a mug, and it's so easy. You just add plant milk. I mean, you can't get any easier than that. And I love their motto, life is better with beans, and that is so true. So there's 10 grams of protein per serving in this bag. They also have some fun little desserts. This is an almond fudge brownie, yum, and made with beans, and it's delicious. Another thing I love is there's no sugar added. They sweeten with dates, so you're not getting any of the inflammatory sugars in these foods. And then we have their bars, and we've got some great flavors. We have almond fudge brownie, peanut butter crunch, chocolate chip walnut, and these, like for instance, this chocolate chip walnut, the ingredients are dates, navy beans, organic almond butter, walnuts, organic 100% cacao nibs, vanilla bean. There's a half a serving of beans in every bar. These are great to take to work, or if you're going on a hike or a walk. It's great for the grandkids or the kids. I mean, what a healthy snack. And these are chocolate peppermint nuggets, and these are 6 grams of fiber. A serving is 3 squares. Let's open this up. Oh, these look absolutely divine. So three of these squares is a serving. I'm gonna have to taste one. Oh yeah. Very chocolatey, delicious. So again, thank you to Wellbeing for sponsoring this video. Be sure to check them out. I know you won't be disappointed. It's going to really help you get your daily fiber. And again, thank you, Wellbeing. I really appreciate your support. Okay, now let's get back to those black bean burgers. All right, we're going to build our burger. I'm just using my gluten-free bagel that I make every week, but you could use whatever kind of bun or whatever you want. So we're going to put that on there. Then I'm going to add some of that barbecue sauce that we made. And I'm going to put a little on the burger itself. And then you can do whatever you want. I'm just going to make it simple. I'm going to just do some lettuce. And I'll put a little bit more barbecue sauce on top. And then just the lettuce. And there you go. You've got your delicious burger. So let's give this a taste. All right, here we go, finished product. This is one of my favorite summer meals for sure. I love a barbecue burger. Now, I don't think these are sturdy enough to do on an outside grill, but definitely an inside grill is fine. You could try it though, but really easy. You saw all whole foods. And then I've got it on my bagel. All right, let's give it a taste. That barbecue sauce, and it will be messy. Very messy. Should have brought a napkin. This has such a burger feel. I haven't had a hamburger since 1977. And I was still eating chicken and turkey and all that, but I remember it was July 4th, 1977. Why I remember that, I don't know, but I do. And I just got grossed out and could never eat a hamburger again. But this is so much better. That barbecue sauce, it's like smoky and sweet, and the flavors just all work together. I gotta go in for one more bite. Perfect. So I will have all the macros and the calories and all that in the description box with the bun. I know it's going to be, it's definitely, I think it's around 400 calories, but don't quote me on that. I'll figure it all out, put it down below. And I hope you check out all the Wellbeing product. I will leave the link down below and use my discount code for 10% off. I hope you check it out and order some things. It's great to support a woman-owned business, and they are local here in my area, so I really appreciate you considering that. And as I said before, I will be including some of their products in the giveaway in October when I know I'm going to be at 40,000 subscribers. I'm very confident with that. And I hope you liked this video. I hope you learned something. If you did, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And if you've made it this far in the video, please comment below with black bean burgers, and that way I know you made it to the end with me, and I really appreciate it. This is also a very inexpensive burger to make, and you probably already have most of the ingredients in your pantry right now, if not all. And be sure to check out all the other resources I offer. That's all in the description box, my Facebook page, my cookbook, my online course, all of that is down below. Remember, all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet, and what you put on your plate determines your fate. Until next time, thank you.